Hi everyone, I'm Tzu-wei and I'm very glad about being part of TEDx TaipeiAmericanSchool here. So before I start my talk, I would like everyone to do an exercise. So there are two parts in this exercise and each part is just 30 seconds. This is just one thing you have to make sure you do. Concentrate it on your breath. So I would like to remind everyone not to think why we do this exercise because I will give you the answer after the exercise is complete. So now first, make yourself comfortable. Relax your shoulder, arms, and legs. Then relax your thoughts and close your eyes gently. Listen to my instruction. In the following 30 seconds, you have to keep your eyes closed. And during this process, a lot of thoughts will pop into your mind. But what we are going to do now is to categorize all the thoughts. For example, you are worrying about a final next week. You just put a thought in a category named test and put the thought away. So when the next thought appeared, put in another category like what you did. In these 30 seconds, you have to do is to categorize all the thoughts. Don't forget to focus on your breathing too. The time will begin now. Go. Okay, so that was 30 seconds. In the next 30 seconds, you still have to close your eyes. But you don't have to do the categorization. Just focus only on breathing. Relax yourself and feel the environment. And start now. Time's up. So what do you feel? Do you know that the atmosphere in this space is a little bit different from when we first started? That is because when we just back from the break and there are too many thoughts, everyone was thinking of different things. With this exercise, everyone is more relaxed and be aware of our surroundings. So we can now feel things more accurately and sensitively. From here, I want to start my talk. So today, I will be talking about clowns. So what is a clown? What do you think of the clown's connection with people? You'll probably think that a clown may be someone just performing in a circus, wear funny clothes and make people laugh. Maybe someone are scared of clowns because the makeup is too exaggerated and they seem to have evil eyes sometimes. Well, I'll be talking today is not the clown we see every day. It's about what we live as a clown. If you are not familiar with the idea before, I think maybe you can check out a movie called Patch Adams. The main character is a clown doctor, and he has not only cured his passion, but also create connection with his passion. He once said that our job is to improving the quality of life, not just delaying the death. So, thinking of this, at the end of your life, if every single day is just spent extending to your last breath, would you be happy? So is our concept of clown things. What we do as a clown is not just entertain people. We all pursue the happiness of life. We are all human and we all want to stay connected with the world, including the people we love and the things we have yet to do. Therefore, being a clown is different than most people think. Being a clown is very difficult because it contains the entire range of emotions within a person. To fully become one, you have to explore the deepest part of yourself, and you have to understand yourself very well. Here, I have a question for you. What is one thing you could recognize a clown? So yeah, it's this, the red nose. The red nose is the smallest possible mask, but it contains great magical powers. There's a saying that laughter is the closest distance between two people, but physically, the closest distance between two people is between the tips of the nose. We usually look at each other with our eyes and feel the feeling of the extent with our nose. But sometimes people don't realize this because we use too many brain to control our feeling. Also, the brain is just 1/7 of our whole body. Also, it does lead our thoughts, but it can control our emotions and feeling. I have some examples of moments that we can really feel our bodies. Maybe it would be when you are really tired and you are about to fall asleep. Or maybe you get a cold and you lie in bed with a foggy brain. In this moment, the feeling you're going through is not controlled by your brain. You can really feel your bodies. It is too often that we keep using our brain to plan and thinking about what we are going to do the next and forget the feeling of our body. And in situations like that, we cannot be truly incorporated in the connection we have with the world. The reason why we can't always make the right choice is because we propose that the voice from our heart and the feeling from our body, we are overly rational. And because a clown has to practice this word, clowns have to feel our mind and the body. We have to observe people around to feel the environment and to understand people's moods or emotions. The most important things we have to do, try to find the right thing to do in the right moment. So that's why clown could be so close to people. When you meet a clown and a clown is looking into your eyes, maybe you will feel just totally naked because clown could communicate with your inner child. Well, however, it's not always comfortable to look yourself inside yourself. Very often, adults are against the ideas of clowns because clowns can find and play with our inner child, which is our childlike aspect, including all that we learned and experienced when we were a child. As we grow older, the inner child in us is pressured and hidden. Adults try to protect themselves because maybe they have been hurt or they decide not to listen to the inner child anymore or expose their vulnerability. But when adults meet clowns, their inner child are awakened and adults feel like, wow, it's not acceptable, this is not me, and resist. So how can a clown to communicate with others' inner child? Clowns look inside themselves and try to make the others look inside themselves too. On the way of doing this, clowns could meet a lot of struggles and some enemy from our heart. So it's important to know what these enemies are, what we are all facing. So there are 6 enemies of clowns here. The first one is the tiredness. As clowns, we get tired after a day's performance. For example, one day, a clown had one more performance in a plaza. The kids are waiting with gleaming eyes and the audience is clapping. Your performance will bring positive energy and happiness to everyone around you. However, you are exhausted. At the moment, you have 2 options. One would be quitting because you are too tired, you can't do it anymore. You just want to stop even if you know that the audience will be so disappointed with your decision. They want to see your performance, maybe just a little part. You can call it a perfect day. And another option is to support yourself and keep yourself going with enough willpower. In this case, we have to accept we will get tired because of everything. But also we are tired, we can still work, we can keep going. And there's the second enemy of clown, is the question, why? We often ask ourselves why to try to get an answer to explain the reason behind why we do certain things, because we try to make things sound reasonable or worthwhile. Well, sometimes it's smart to think overall, but sometimes we miss the chance to catch the fleeting chance to think too much. So why exactly we need the answer for the question why? I will just tell you the only answer you need is why not? To just do it, even if it is just an idea popping to your mind and it's too crazy or it's not doable. You will never know what you will get before you really do it. And what you will get could definitely be beyond your imagination. So stop asking yourself why. The moment you think why is the moment you should do it. And sometimes people think that they are too important to give something to the world. Because of this, there's another enemy, is self-importance. People often refuse to do things that make them think not cool. Clown can never think in this way, because if a clown presents homeless people, and the clown thinks that, wow, he or she is too important, is too beautiful to take care about these homeless people, the clown defeats the purpose of clowning. Imagine yourself as a clown. If you will not overcome the obstacle of self-importance, how can you give support and love to others? I know that giving a kiss on the cheek or a warm hug won't make you less important or less beautiful. Actually, the love you give to others will make you a better person and make you shine better. The fourth enemy of clown face is appealing too strong. We often think that we are invincible or we will never get hurt. However, this is not the truth. The crystal has its value because it is fragile, and thinking we are strong will make us think us differently from the reality. Each one of us was born fragile. We've given love and have been hurt in relationship with others. We experience sadness. However, maybe some people are good at extinguishing themselves to try to make them look invincible. But you shouldn't be afraid of showing vulnerability, because trying to be brave isn't the best thing to do. It stops our connection to the real world and prevents us from looking at the bigger picture. For example, when you fall, pretending that it doesn't hurt is not as good as admitting it hurt. Humans are vulnerable, but we have to be brave to admit our weakness. Even before we can get up and still keep going. Humans are not strong. But that's what's precious about us. The vulnerability are why we are open to being loved and being cared about. The fifth struggle of being a clown is arrogance. What makes a clown special isn't its fancy outfit. So, what I wear today won't let you remember who I am. However, a heartfelt hug could let you remember the moment for so long. But what I'm trying to say is that clowns cannot be arrogant. A clown cannot simply rely on their fancy outfits to be a clown. A clown, even without a fancy outfit, they can make people laugh just with the sincere heart. But if a clown isn't ready to do this, having colorful costumes is just like a completely unrealistic. A clown without a heart of gold would just be someone who is just like a clown. Then the final enemy of clown is failure. Clowns sometimes face failure or being rejected. Sometimes we want to make people happy or want to help someone when they are in a very bad situation. But the people, they just close the door and not willing to accept people to help them. So as a clown, we should accept the moment when we are being rejected. When we can't make people happy if they don't want it. It is the same in reality. Sometimes we want to change the world somehow when we face some problems. But however, we can't simply save someone if they doesn't want it. In this situation, only the person in need can help themselves. So we don't need to feel hopeless or useless or just like being stuck in a black whirlpool. It's not good energy. What we need is just to accept and keeping having faith on others and ourselves. So the 6 enemies of clowns are also enemy for everyone in our daily lives. We all clowns. We all believe we are beautiful, we are intelligent, we are strong. But we all have our weakness, and the ridiculous side of us can make people laugh when we express ourselves. So try to live as a clown, stay clown to feel the world, and stop trying to control the things you can't control. Accept difference and enjoy it. I hope you get some clown spirits today. And this speech is for all my studio, Clown House Studio, and my partner is here now. I want to invite all the partners to say thank you to everyone. Thank you, everyone.